makers. If you're new here, my name is Jeanette Fryer. I am the owner and maker of JeBelle Sheek. So you guys, I do apologize for not getting a video out to you guys last week. However, with all of the events that have transpired in the last 2 weeks in Texas as well, I just needed a mental break from social media. So you guys, I hope you guys understand that. So for today's video, you all, we are going to be creating my version of a queen bee tumbler. I'm going to add in some leopard elements as well. So I really hope this is going to be a fun tumbler that you guys will enjoy as well. It's definitely, my PeekABoo is definitely my go-to method for creating tumblers. I just love doing it. It just makes me fun seeing how all that glitter just comes through once you apply that paint method over the tumbler. So you guys, this is definitely going to be a great and a fun video, and I hope you guys definitely enjoy it. So once again, makers, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. And also, if you have not clicked that notification bell so you won't miss out on any of my future content. So you guys, I think that is enough for me. So let's get into the video. Let's go ahead and jump into our tumbler. So I'm starting with a fully prepped and sanded tumbler. I went ahead and spray painted a metallic gold by Rust-Oleum, so nothing special here. So this is a 24-ounce tapered from Maker Flow tumblers, and I think it is just such a fun design because I really want this tumbler to have a impact statement. So this is just a fun design that I thought would fit this tumbler design just perfectly. So you guys, so here we are with this tumbler. So once again, it's a 24-ounce tapered by Maker Flow. All right, so you guys, I am starting with 2 glitters. I know. Yeah, I just love saying that because you all know that I love layering glitters. So you guys, for our base, we are going to be using Glitter and Grand. This is Vegas by glitterandgrand.com. I've had this glitter for a while. I really like this because it's kind of like a holographic gold. And also we're going to be pairing this with Pirate Booty. This is by Itsy Bitsy Glitter. It's kind of like it's the perfect thing for this tumbler design because it has fine and then bits of holographic gold with different blends in there, and it's just really pretty, you guys. So I'm really excited about that. So for the glitter application, we are going to be using the epoxy method because I am going to be layering these glitters, and for a PeekABoo, you want to make sure everything is nice and smooth. So the epoxy method is going to give me that smooth application. So I had just went ahead and mixed about 20 mLs in a medicine cup just off camera. I will not, of course, be using all of that. The overflow will go into a mold, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that off camera, and then we'll be back for the glitter process. Here we are. I went ahead and applied the epoxy off camera just to save some time. So we're going to go in with Glitter Grand. Vegas by Glitter Grand, just to apply this as a base color essentially. So we're just going in really heavy. It is such a pretty color. Oh my God, it's so pretty. Y'all look at that shine, so pretty. Next we're gonna go in with Pirate Booty by Itsy Bitsy Glitter, and I have went ahead and just sprayed my tumbler with a good coat of this White Rain Extra hairspray. I actually found this in the Dollar Tree, so if you guys want to pick this up, this is where I actually got this from. So it just gives me just the right amount of tackiness to apply to my tumblers. And you guys, you can see it's just allowing it to stick very well. So now that we have our chunky applied, I am just going to take some parchment paper and just roll our tumbler in it because I want to make sure this glitter is nice and flat. So you guys, as you can see, this that Paris Booty by Itsy Bitsy Glitter just gave it the right amount of shine, and y'all, I am so in love with this glitter. So I am going to let this dry at least for a couple hours. So because I did use the epoxy method, I'm going to pull the tape, and before I apply my 2 thin coats of epoxy, I'm going to apply at least 2 coats of glitter glue, and then apply my 2 thin coats of epoxy, and then we'll be back for the next steps. Welcome back. So after I applied a hefty coat of glitter glue just to make sure all of this gold glitter was nice and flat, because y'all, we did put a lot of chunky on here. And I also applied a coat of, I sealed it with clear sealer, and then I applied like 2 coats of glitter glue just to make sure everything was nice and flat. And I also applied 2 thin coats of epoxy, so everything is nice to go for a decal. Yeah, I was so excited to get to the next step of this tutorial. So you guys, hey, it is going to be fun. So we are going to be making, as you probably can see from the thumbnail, we're going to be making a Leopard Bumblebee Tumbler, Queen Bee, because y'all, I think I'm the queen bee sometimes. My husband tells me I'm not, but hey, I am the queen. All right, you guys, so I wanted the bee to be the star of the show. So this is relatively large, about 3 by 4 at least. And I also printed the inside portions for the whatever you call this, the hives or whatever. And the leopard spots. Y'all, I'm having a brain freeze. So of course we're gonna do our offsets as well once we get everything painted and ready to go. So let's get into applying our decal. So first I am going to apply the Bumblebee, Queen Bee, not a bumblebee, the Queen Bee decal. So I just have a piece of transfer tape here. And yeah, I think it's going to turn out, I think it is going to turn out so beautiful. I can't wait. So I'm just going to make sure everything is nice and adhere to this. And then I'm going to apply the bee. All right, you guys. So like I said, we still have to put some more elements at the top and the bottom. So I do want this to be centered. And so let's just try to get it centered as best as we can. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I leave room for my other elements. Okay, I think that looks perfect there. Oh, it looks so perfect. So I'm just going to make sure this is nice and flat. So you guys, when you're doing your PeekABoos, use some off-brand vinyl. Don't be using your good stuff, okay? Don't use your good stuff, all right? Use some off-brand vinyl, something, you know, that you can see once you paint it, and don't be using your good stuff, all right? Because you're just going to take it up. All right, so I'm just going to remove this. And if you see some pieces lifting, just go back and press those down. Perfect, y'all. Oh, I think it's just going to make such a big statement. So I'm going to speed this up. I'm going to randomly apply some of these around the tumbler, some leopard spots, just randomly. And I will come back on here and show you guys my reasoning behind why I place these randomly. Okay, so stay with me. Now that I have all my decals on here, I wanted you guys, I hope you guys saw what I was doing. So to explain it, when you're doing your honeycomb, you always want to make sure a point is always facing upwards. That's just how a honeycomb is supposed to look theoretically. So that's what I was doing, just making sure everything was, you know, all the little points were facing upward. And also taking into consideration when I go back and apply my offsets to make sure that I had enough room in between each of these little elements. So that is what I was doing. And also taking into consideration, I also had to apply another decal element up here and another decal element down here. So that is what I was doing. So I was just trying to make this just a fun pattern, just to sprinkle some leopard print along here, and also a couple of honeycomb patterns sporadically throughout the tumbler. And y'all, I think it is going to be so fun. I do not want to make it so busy, but however, I just want to make a statement, and I think the bee is definitely going to give me that statement. So you guys, so I'm just looking it over just to make sure there's nothing else that I want to add anywhere, and that we are good to go. So I just had to make sure I have enough room for my other elements down here, and we are good to go. So I'm gonna prep this to be painted. Before I go paint it, I'm gonna let you guys see how I prepped it. So for those of you that are new here, so you can see that process as well. All right, you guys, so now we are ready to begin our painting process to reveal our PeekABoo. However, I have taped off the top and the bottom right up against that glitter because I do not want any paint on that. So I am just going to be using some regular satin white by Rust-Oleum. I'm just going to paint the whole thing. I'm going to let it dry. I would take you guys along with me to see that process, but I did another video explaining how I paint a PeekABoo, so take a look at that. I will try to link that in the description box below as well. So I'm going to go outside, spray paint this, and we'll be back for the next step. All right, you guys, so we are back. So now that I have painted it, and I did want to tell you guys the key to painting a PeekABoo is just even coats. You don't want to flood coat it, because if you flood coat it, you're going to have drips, and you do not want that. So I just applied a light coat, let that dry, applied another coat, and just went from there until everything was covered. So right now I'm just going to take my little Cricut tool here, and we are just going to, everything is dry because I did let this dry overnight, and we are just going to pick up these decals. And since everything is dry, I don't have to be, well, I don't have to be as careful. So you don't want to you don't want to nick your paint, so you do want to take your time and make sure everything is done. All right, so I'm going to speed this up for you guys and let you guys see the process, and then we'll be on. Now we are finished removing all of our decals, and I think it is looking amazing. You can see how beautiful it is definitely going to be. So I am going to seal this with a coat of Rust-Oleum matte sealer, and then I'm going to apply probably one thin coat of epoxy, and then we'll be back to apply our offsets. But y'all, look at that bee. Look at that bee. Ain't it pretty? Oh my God. I am so excited to get this tumbler done to show you guys the finished product. I just realized something. So when I was weeding the bee, I was supposed to reverse weed it. So when I take out the other pieces, you can see the little gold coming through. So y'all, so I was supposed to just really just have this whole inset like this. So it was painted here if you've seen from the last clip. So what I did, just took my X-Acto knife, just scraped off that paint, went over it with some acetone. So when I go back and do my insets for the bee, you can see all that glitter coming through where the bee will actually make a statement. So y'all, I am so glad I did not put this under epoxy. It would have been, my whole cup would have been ruined. So I just want to pop back on here and let you guys know that I did just go ahead and scrape all this paint out. Just one big old bee outline. So when I do the black offsets or whatever in here, you can see all that glitter coming through. So y'all, that saved me. All right, so I just wanted you guys to see that. Welcome back. So we have our tumbler finally epoxy. Yeah, I think it's just one of these tumblers that I just really don't know where I'm going with this, but you know how you have that vision and you just want to see it through. This is definitely one of those. So I did apply just a drop or two of bright in the epoxy leopard coats, just to give it, you know, just some sprinkle, some shine. That's by PDB. No, that's by Peachy Olive Glitters. That is bright by Peachy Olive Glitters. All right, so you guys, let's get into our decals. So y'all, you see we have a lot going on. So I said this is one of these tumblers. Oh my gosh. All right, so we have our offsets for our leopard prints. I did not weed all of these because I don't think I'm going to use them all. So I went ahead and cut that out. You guys have saw me do some offsets before. We have our offsets for our honeycomb pattern. And I just printed some smaller ones as well, just to give it some dimension, as well as some smaller honeycombs as well. For the bee, I went ahead and printed out this pretty little crown. Y'all, it's so cute. It's so cute. I could have weeded it 2 ways, but I decided to weed it that way. And we're going to put queen bee at the bottom. And y'all, this is the step that I was saying that when I did my painting, that I really messed up, because I was just supposed to leave a whole bee like this. So you guys will see when I apply the bee outline, you will see how that plays into place. All right, so let's get into applying our bee pattern first. Our bee, I don't know, I'm gonna call it our bee onset, offset, inset. All right, so let's apply this beauty to the tumbler. All right, so let's hope everything lines up, y'all. All right, so essentially I'm just gonna be covering up a lot of this glitter, but just align that pretty bee glitter under the bee to come through. Y'all, it's so pretty already. And when I was printing out my offsets, I thought I should do them in black, and I still think I should do them in black. I'm just not sure. So you guys, I did want you to know that when you mess up, you can go back and, you know, correct it a little bit. So no biggie. It can be fixed. Oh, look at that bee. It is so cute. Y'all, I'm just like torn, because I'm thinking I should do the offsets in black. Because if I do it in gold, you're really not going to see it. I tried one here, and you really can't see it, so it really doesn't really go with the whole aesthetic of the black and the gold. So you guys, I am torn. What do you guys think? I know you guys are watching this video like, what is she talking about? So I think I am going to go back and print the offsets in black. All right, so we're going to be back. So I did go back and do the same process that you saw me with the gold vinyl. I just printed everything back in black, and y'all, I think it just really made everything pop. So the black definitely made everything pop, just accenting off of the bee. So y'all, that is definitely my, I don't know, it's just, it just made it pop for me. So of course it was a lot of work. So it took me a quite bit of time to go back and apply each of these little offsets, because I had to apply each matching offset for each leopard spot. The honeycomb patterns was a little bit easier, but however, these leopard spots, y'all, they tested my patience. They tested my patience, but I wanted to see it through. So I definitely think the black made more of a statement here on this tumbler, and y'all, it turned out so pretty. So I am definitely going to seal this with a quick coat by DIY, and apply 2 thin coats of epoxy, and we will be on to finishing up this tumbler, y'all. All right. Welcome back, makers. We are done. We are done. Y'all, as you can see from the video, we did have some problems. This is one of those tumblers that, you know how you have a vision in your head and you just want to just see it all play out. This is definitely one of those tumblers. And like I said, although I had a vision of outlining the spots and everything in the gold, however, when I put the bee on here in the black, something just came to me just to change up all of the offsets that I had created and just print those out in black as well. And I think y'all, I just think it just made the whole thing pop. It just made the whole thing pop. Look at that bee. Look at that bee. And something I did off camera, I just went back and just cut out a little, some more little, I don't know, PeekABoos or whatever, so the bee will be all filled in. You know, I mean, more of the glitter will show through here with the bee, and I just really think everything just came together. So, I don't know. When you're creating something, you just have to go with it. You know, your plan may not definitely work out initially, but however, I think it came through for me. It came through for me, and I am definitely in love with this tumbler, y'all. So I definitely want to just to play off the whole peekaboo theme of the bee, and also add in my favorite element, which is, you know, some leopard spots as well. And I think it just, you know, came through. And then also creating the queen bee. You guys, this tumbler definitely spoke to me. It was so fun. So I definitely wanted the bee to be the star of the show, so that's why I definitely chose this 24-ounce tapered tumbler. So you can see the bee is definitely making a statement in this tumbler, you guys. So of course, all the supplies and things that I use in this video will be linked in the description box below. So if you guys want to create something like this for yourselves, I am so happy to see your creations. So if you have any questions, please post those in the comments below. I will definitely get back to you. You guys, I love your questions. I love your questions, and I love creating these videos for you. It is definitely my passion. So, you know, this is what I do all day. So make tumblers, work on my business, and creating videos for you guys. So it definitely makes me happy, and it definitely makes me happy. So I hope that I'm able to inspire you as well to create something for you, yourself, and your business. And hey, let's just stick with it. Let's stick with it together. That's what we're gonna do. You guys, I hope you enjoy this tumbler. Oh, it's just so pretty. It has my heart. It has my heart. I want to keep it, but of course I'm gonna put it up on my Etsy shop and my website as well, because it's so pretty. It's so pretty. So once again, makers, the quote for today's video is, y'all know I always have a quote for you guys. All right, the quote for today's video is, success is knowing your purpose in life and growing to reach your maximum potential and sowing seeds that benefit others. Y'all, I think this whole quote, of course the entire quote did speak to me. However, the part about, this quote was said by John C. Maxwell, but the part about sowing seeds that benefit others, this goes to with my YouTube channel. I'm not expecting to be some type of famous YouTuber or anything like that. Y'all, I definitely find joy in creating these tumblers for you guys. I definitely find joy. So this is one of the reasons why I just, you know, created my YouTube channel, because it just gives me an outlet to share what I want to share my knowledge of, you know, I'm no expert in creating tumblers by no means, but to share my knowledge of how I create some, you know, specific designs. So I just want you guys to just be inspired by those designs as well. And you know, this is definitely, creating this channel has definitely been one of my most, I don't know, monumental things that I've done, you know, since return from the Army. And y'all, it just gives me joy, you know, every week just to, you know, come up with different tutorials to show you guys. So it is definitely my joy, and I definitely enjoy inspiring you guys as well. So that is definitely something, you know, doing YouTube videos is something that I definitely love to do. So once again, makers, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. And also my newly created Facebook group, please consider joining that as well. The link is in the description box below. So once again, makers, I hope to see you in the next video. But most of all, until then, keep creating and stay blessed. Once again, makers, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you on board. Also, I have created a new Facebook group in which we all gain inspiration from others. It is a safe space to create and share. The link to the group is listed below. Until next time, stay blessed and continue creating.